Hello and welcome back to English Learning Hub. Part 2. We are looking at 50 useful TOEFL vocabulary. If you haven't seen Part 1 yet, we've pasted the link in the description down below. Here are the 50 words for today. Let's get into it. Approbation. Approval or agreement, often given by an official group. Praise. The council has finally indicated its approbation of the plans. Apt. Likely, suitable or right for a particular situation. The kitchen roof is apt to leak when it rains. Aptitude. A natural ability or skill, talent. We will take your personal aptitudes and abilities into account. Arbiter. A person who is authorized to judge or decide. The arbiter made the decision of who would represent the people. Arbitrary. Based on chance rather than being planned or based on reason. What guided your choice of destination, or was it arbitrary? Archetype. Original pattern or model. This man was the archetype for scores of fictional characters. Arid. Extremely dry, parched, barren. Their thirst became worse due to the arid condition of the desert. Aristocracy. A class of people who hold high social rank, for example, Britain's royal family. He was popular with the aristocracy but failed to win the support of the masses. Armistice. Temporary suspension of hostilities, ceasefire. A 2-week armistice has been declared between the rival factions. Artful. Sly, crafty, skillful, clever, shrewd. The photographer's artful shot showed a new side of the Great Wall. Articulate. To utter or speak clearly and distinctly. It's even more important to articulate your words when you're on the phone. Articulate. Clear, distinct, expressed with clarity, skillful with words. Jess was very articulate with her presentation, giving her a good grade on the assignment. Ascetic. Avoiding physical pleasures and living a simple life, often for religious reasons. The first 4 gurus led simple ascetic lives and were regardless of worldly affairs. Ascend. To move up or climb something. They slowly ascended the steep path up the mountain. Asseverate. To declare positively, to confirm, to affirm. Before testifying, the witness had to asseverate he would tell the whole truth. Assiduous. Carefully attentive, diligent, persistent, hardworking. It is necessary to be assiduous if a person wishes to make the most of his time at work. Asylum. Place offering shelter and retreat, refuge. She was granted asylum after it was made clear that she would be killed if she returned to her native country. Atheist. A person who denies that God exists. On top of all this was the constant need to defend his religion against a clever elder brother who was an atheist. Attribute. Inherent quality, characteristic. Organizational ability is an essential attribute for a good manager. Attribute. To assign, to credit with, to ascribe to. His doctor attributes his health problems to a poor diet and a lack of exercise. Augment. To increase, add to make larger, to enhance. They were able to augment their savings over a period of time. Auspicious. successful, favorable, beneficent. His brilliant acceptance speech was an auspicious start to his political career. Authentic. Real, genuine, trustworthy, reliable. Experts have confirmed that the signature on the letter is authentic. Autocratic. Despotic, dictatorial. The president resigned after 30 years of autocratic rule. Avarice. Excessive desire for gaining and possessing wealth, greed. The man's avarice for money kept him at work through the evenings and weekends. Awry. Not in the intended way. Anything that goes awry in the office is blamed on Peter. Banal. Boring, ordinary, and not original, usual. Because the movie's plot was banal, we knew exactly how the film would end. Bane. Destruction, a cause of continuous trouble or unhappiness, misfortune. Those noisy neighbors are the bane of my life. Baneful. Deadly, causing distress or death, destructive. It was a baneful day writhing with the horrors of which nightmares are made. Banter. Conversation which is funny and not serious, tease. He considered himself a master of witty banter. Baton. A stick used by a conductor, staff, wand. The orchestra played brilliantly under Previn's baton. Belie. To give a false idea of, to hide. Her calm face belied the terror she was feeling. Bellicose. Quarrelsome, warlike. The bellicose guest would not be invited back again. Belligerent. Engaged in war, hostile, aggressive. The belligerent countries are having difficulties funding the war. Benevolent. Kind, generous. The benevolent gentleman volunteered his services. Bereave. To deprive or leave desolate by loss, to suffer loss. The sudden death of a family member appeared to bereave the groom of joy on his wedding day. Besmirch. To say bad things about someone to influence other people's opinion of them, to soil. The newspaper was on a campaign to besmirch the actor. Biased. Prejudiced, influenced, not neutral. The vegetarian had a biased opinion regarding what should be ordered for dinner. Bibliophile. A person who loves or collects books, book collector. Jason is a bibliophile who reads at least 4 books every day. Bizarre. Very strange and unusual. To my conservative grandmother, wearing an earring on your bottom lip is a bizarre thing to do. Bland. Not showing any interest or energy, boring. Pop music these days is so bland. Blaze. To burn brightly and strongly. The sun was blazing down that afternoon. Blemish. A mark on something that spoils its appearance, a fault. The table had a few scratches and minor blemishes. Blend. To mix or combine together. The cushions blend well with the color of the carpet. Blight. To ruin, to destroy, something which spoils or has a very bad effect on something. A broken leg blighted her chances of winning the championship. Blithe. Happy and without worry, carefree. The blithe child was a pleasant surprise. Bog. Swamp, marshland, wet spongy ground. Don't walk across that field, it's a bog. Bombast. Pompous speech, pretentious words, trite clichés. There was no bombast or conceit in his speech. Bombastic. Using long and difficult words, usually to make people think you know more than you do. The bombastic woman talks a lot about herself. Boorish. Unrefined in speech or manners, rude and ill-mannered, loudish. The boorish behavior of some tourists is embarrassing. Exercise. Complete the following sentence with the most appropriate word. If John doesn't asseverate his love for me, I will not marry him. Their thirst became worse due to the arid condition of the desert. This man was the archetype for scores of fictional characters. A broken leg blighted her chances of winning the championship. The cushions blend well with the color of the carpet. Well done for making it all the way through. We'll upload the next parts very soon. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe because more essential content is on the way. See you in the next videos.